Hi, my name is James. Some people call me J or JB, and also Benny. Usually my close friends call me Benny. Anyways, I'm going to talk about race and culture identity in this video. The reason why I'm talking about culture identity is because, well, I'm adopted. I'm Filipino and I'm adopted. I've made a blog before, but not everyone has seen it. This is going to be maybe my second blog, because my other one is blog 1.5. I'm going to talk about questions that adoptees usually are asked, like, what is it like to be adopted? Sorry, not my Filipino, my, oh yeah. My Michigan accent pops out every now and then. Anyways, what it is like to be adopted. Well, I actually looked up on this one site a whole list of questions that people who are adopted go through. And such as, do you know your real parents and what are their names? And have you ever met them? Very touchy topics like that. And not every adoptee is able to actually answer questions that are like that. And it's pretty personal, and also to keep in mind, adoptees and non-adopted people need to learn the proper terminologies that comes with being adopted or encountering someone who is adopted. For example, in that question, real parents. The technical word is biological parents, mostly because it's to honor that your real parents are the parents who did take care of you and did love you and care for you as an adoptee, while your biological parents just gave birth to you and have a genetic relation to you. Other things such as where. Well, first I should answer that question. I never met my biological parents. I never met my biological family. I was born in Tabogon, Cebu, and it's a small village. It's a small village on the island of Cebu in the Philippines. And then I was taken. Well, first I was found in a plastic bag hanging on a banana tree. And then I was taken to a orphanage. It's called a DSW, Department of Services and something, I can't remember. DSW, it should be DSW. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. And then I was in the foster home, which was a research and study center for children, for about 2 years. Later, I was put in a foster home in Labangon, in Cebu City, in the island of Cebu, in the Philippines. And I lived with a Torres family for about a year, until I was 3.5 years old. And after I was 3.5 years old, I was adopted by a white American family who wanted a child. And I don't think they specifically chose the Philippines. As I've been told by many other people, oh, you're so lucky, you won the lottery, you must be so grateful. But anyways, that's how I came to be adopted by this white family who are now my family and my parents. Time I was born in the morning, most likely because of the state I was found in. I was found around 7 o'clock in the morning. Let's see, other questions. What did my birth mother name me? What did my birth mother, some of these questions don't apply to me. Such as any questions about my birth parents or biological parents. and it doesn't say, and I can't really answer anything about wedlock. And some of these questions are just weird, such as do my birth parents love me? But I can just answer a few things about being a Filipino in a white American family. It was a natural thing for me to be growing up in a white American family, but then as soon as I hit about my teenage years, 11, 12, 13, when kids start noticing the differences of how I look between my mother and father and everyone else in the family, why am I brown? Why am I Chinese looking? Why am I Asian? Small, short, all of those things. And I would tell them, oh, I'm adopted. And then they started going through the stereotypes of that adopted children go through, such as, oh, you're adopted, you must be a problem child. Oh, you're adopted because we think you're a problem child, you must have gone from foster family to foster family. And so, not many people really think about what adopted children go through. Like, oh, you seem to have grown up well. Yeah, you've grown up well, but it's like, it's a blessing. It can be a blessing and it can be a curse at the same time. It's never one thing. It's a bunch of mixed feelings that an adopted children or adopted person feel at many points of their life, or just time of day. Where could I go with that? Like, when people say, oh, you must be so lucky. And one of the instances is when it's hard to deal with when you don't look like your parents. And, like, some people wish they didn't look like their parents because they probably just want to dissociate with their parents. But, such as, oh, you're lucky. Yeah, what was I about to say? What I wanted to say is that, let's say you're with your parent. You're with your parent who adopted you. And so, you look different from your adopted family. And then you also have a friend with you who is just chilling along with your adoptive family. Like, example, I went bowling with my parents, and then I brought one of my best friends who is white also. And my parents have a few friends at the bowling alley, and they said, oh, is this white child? They didn't say that blatantly, but just an example. Is this child your son? He's a very good bowler. And it's like, it hurts a lot when people jump to those conclusions because they don't think outside of the box of this child who is a different color skin is this white person's child. You have to be in that position. I don't want to talk about this anymore.